Hi, this is Dennis Oddie, and I'm president of the Pastoral Council at St. Catherine Drexel Church. We had our August meeting on Monday night, the 17th, and we discussed what it was like coming back to church. And frankly, we thought we'd be seeing more of our fellow parishioners at church over this time. Many on the Pastoral Council were a little bit reluctant to go back to church when it opened. We didn't know how dangerous it was, how the processes or procedures were going to work, and it was really important that people felt safe when they came back. Well, we took a poll among the Pastoral Council members, all of us, and found that people were pleasantly surprised at what they found when they came back to church. The safe distancing, the antibacterial hand soap and hand cleaner that's available, the huge number of volunteers that are pitching in every week to clean everything that gets touched by someone before the next Mass. Actually, everyone's wearing a mask and safe distancing. And when you actually come into the church, you see that family units are sitting together and everybody else is very well separated. The Mass is speeded up just a bit in the fact that we, after communion, we exit immediately so that there's not a large number of people exiting at the same time. All in all, it really feels very safe to me. So we decided the Pastoral Council to have several of us that have gone back and have different experiences. Some of us are older, like myself, and we are at high risk of COVID. Others have children they're concerned about. Others are concerned about, they're in healthcare and they're concerned about sharing it with everyone or preventing that. But as it turns out, we all feel very safe. And the beauty of this is that we get to be in community with each other. It's so important that there's a lot of things that are going on right now that the church has done and the pastoral staff has done to keep us involved with Zoom, but it's not the same. And as our mission statement says, we're a Eucharistic-centered community giving selflessly in realization of the kingdom of God. This is really hard to be a Eucharistic-centered community when you can't share the Eucharist. So with that said, we really invite you to come back. If you feel comfortable, come on back. I think you'll find it, like all of us did, that it's a pleasant experience and we get to see the people that we care about and be part of the church that makes St. Catherine Drexel so special. So I'll leave that with you, and if you feel comfortable, come on back. We'd like to see you. Thank you.
Hi everyone, my name is Jenny Mbamalu and I'm a member of the Pastoral Council. I wanted to take a moment to quickly tell you about my experience last Saturday attending Mass. My family and I had not attended Mass since COVID-19 pandemic started in March. We had been watching on YouTube and we attended Mass for the first time since then on Saturday. And we were really surprised by all the good work that's been done to make sure that the parishioners are socially distanced. When we attended, we were in a pew, only my family. The pew behind us was empty, and it wasn't until the following pew where there was another family stationed. And so they have done a good job making sure that the families are socially distanced. They have altered the agenda so that the announcements are stated before communion, and then after you receive Holy Communion, you're able to exit the parish. So a lot of good work has been done because you are seated only with your family. It is almost like you are watching the Mass from home or attending the Mass from home because you really are stationed only with your family. So they've done a lot of good work to make sure that the parishioners are not only comfortable, but that they're safe. My kids also attended, and so I'll turn it over to them to see what their experience was like. So Isaiah, how was your experience?
It was very good and very comfortable attending Mass. We hadn't attended there for a long time, so it was good to be back.
How about you, Grace?
Yes, it was very spaced out and not many people were there also.
How about you, Sophia? How did you like attending Mass?
It was really good.
Awesome. So I do encourage you to go and see for yourself. Take some time to reserve seats for your family and see for yourself and determine whether or not you feel comfortable with the experience. Thank you for taking time to listen to this video, and God bless.
Hi, I'm Laura Weber. I wanted to share with you what it means to me to come to St. Catherine Drexel Parish and how important it is, especially during this time of the pandemic. For me, coming to church is all about our faith community. It's about gathering. It's about loving one another and sharing life experiences. I have often looked around Mass and seen people whose lives I've touched and who have touched my life, some in very significant ways. And this gives me food and encouragement and life to get through to the next week when we meet again. The pandemic has made that very challenging. There were 3 months where we weren't together at all, and that was hard, as I'm sure many of you felt. So when we returned in June, I said, let's give it a try. And we came back, and I'm going to be honest, it was pretty different in terms of, all the restrictions that are in place. But they're put in place for our safety, and I did feel very, very safe. In fact, I often mention that I feel as safe as I do in my own living room going to church. So that's good. It isn't as spontaneous. It isn't maybe as community focused as it has been, but we're still together. And I can look around and I can see those people I've known and those people that have touched my life. And I can gather strength from that. And I can gather strength from being fed and nourished in the Eucharist and in the Word and just being together. So for me, it's worth coming back. And again, I feel very safe. So if you're thinking about giving it a try, I would encourage you to do so. Because after all, it's really nice to be together.